Well, howdy, nearly senior citizen here. Greetings, boys, girls, and all of our non-binary friends, and welcome to this, a brand new day. Yes, indeed. No matter what time of day it is when you're watching this, whether you're watching it in your morning or your day is just ending. For me, it is starting as I'm recording, so welcome to a brand new day. Thumbs up on that. I had minor insomnia last night, so I didn't sleep all that well. I'm pretty tired. My sincere apologies. Such is life. Yay. But I don't have a ton of great things to talk about. There's just some things that I do, and it's part of all my mental health journey, all these things that I have to talk about. And this one has to do with my vision, what it's tied into with the whole ADHD thing, and why I think this is partly tied into why I find it difficult to do more writing. My vision has been terrible my whole life. I have needed glasses since before I got them in ninth grade, I could not see a thing. So I needed glasses for a very long time before I was actually able to get them. And all my life, this has been my close-up eye. It has been short-sighted. And, if it's far away, I can't see it. And this has been my far-off eye because it's always been far-sighted. But as I've gotten older, the astigmatism that was in both has gotten worse. And so, anything, of course, too far away, and that distance is getting worse. Too close, that distance is getting worse. I got to the point where my eyes just got bad and I could not see at all with glasses because I couldn't afford new ones. And so, long time, no glasses at all. A commenter and such actually pitched in, got me some glasses. They were, the most expensive part was getting the prescription at the check your eyes spot, the doctor, eye doctors, and that was the most expensive. The glasses were cheap, the online things, and so that's fine, they're great. But I'm just saying, it was because of somebody else out there I was able to get this done. I'm older, and so I need bifocals. Now, that's fine, except, my eyes continue to slowly get worse as they do, and then there's just age-related stuff that's on top of that have made my eyes worse. And so, the whole bifocal thing is you get close enough and you can see. Because if I wear my bifocals, I can actually see my hand. I could probably read at this distance with my bifocals. With them off, I can't. I am effectively, at this point, I can't read anymore with my eyes because I can't focus on a book close up. And I can't see things far off anymore because of just things going bad. So I don't do things like read unless I'm wearing my glasses. Now, I've mentioned this one before because it's a frustrating point. Because the bifocals are for close-up, which means it's close-up right here. And my monitor where I have to work is out there. And if I wanted to get it close enough that the bifocals would work, it would have to be right literally here. And that's not going to work for anything. So close up, I can't see my monitor clearly because my close-up eye can't see that close anymore, even through the glasses, because to focus close up, they don't anymore. So I can't see it through this eye. My monitor is fuzzy no matter what I do with my glasses. Can't see the monitor with this eye. Everything is fuzzy because it's too close and I can't focus. These upper parts are to help me focus on far away. There is no mid-range focus point. And so whether I'm looking at my monitor with my glasses or without my glasses, in fact, right now, it's actually clearer without than with. So wearing my glasses is actually a cosmetic thing when I'm using my monitor. But because of this whole thing with my glasses and such, because the real only reason to wear them is for way off or only if I'm reading, well, it was years ago I actually stopped reading because I couldn't read, because I couldn't focus close enough. And now, especially with the Ritalin, that makes everything worse. Even trying to read, even with these, it can be difficult because everything's fuzzier because Ritalin makes things worse. And I think because I stopped reading a long time ago, which proves you can kind of get used to anything, because I've been a massive reader my whole life. I've just loved books. I've, because of my ADHD, been able to hyperfixate between books, and I could read 5 at a time. I've always been a reader, all the way up until just after my wife died, when my worsening vision made it harder to read, and I just haven't read. If I was younger, looking forward at not being able to read and just not reading, I would have thought that as being just intensely claustrophobic. And I am mildly claustrophobic, but again, this proves because of that, you can get used to anything, even mental claustrophobia, even if on a short-term basis. And as a physical thing, I've mentioned mild claustrophobia. If I can move my arms mildly freely, I'm kind of okay, which is why I've been alright getting an MRI. One of the first things I have to do when I'm stuffed inside of the tube is to prove to myself that I'm going to be okay by being able to move my arms up like this and then back down and lay flat again. Now, if you need to like scratch where you need to bend it anyway, you can't, and then you're showing yourself again, yeah, I'm inside of this tube where I can't move. But as long as I can do this, I'm okay. I have almost driven myself into full-blown panic attacks by trying to see if I could do things. I had my jacket half off, and I was sitting on the sleeves of my jacket, and I wanted to see if I could get out of my jacket in that fashion. Because I could not move my arms freely, I had mounting anxiety that was turning into panic as I was just doing this. Sitting in a car, did this to myself. I knew I was mildly claustrophobic. I didn't realize how bad that was. That is why I actually now fear if I ever do anything bad and I get handcuffed. Oh boy, I am going to have a lot of anxiety. When I had nerve damage, where because I cut my radial nerve here, my motor nerves, the signals, they were trying to, when they did an official test, an actual test is where they stick a needle in, your nerve ending here and your nerve ending up here, and then they tried to see if there's any circuit at all. I had none. My hand was dead. That was Anxiety City all the time. I had wondered back when my wife was alive, because we watched a lot of medical drama things, it's like, what would happen if I had a stroke or such, or one of those things where you're awake inside but you can't tell anyone outside, or you just plain can't communicate anymore, what that claustrophobic feeling would be. And I wondered what would happen with me, and then my hand nerve got severed, and I discovered what that feels like. I was having massive anxiety all the time that I had to fight. Oh boy. So it's getting having my nerves heal and grow back, which thank goodness they do. Which is one of the reasons why, if you do have a problem where if you cut your nerve, you have to make sure that you do not let your hand, in my case, or any part of your body parts do that whole just dangle part. Because as they heal, that becomes the default position for it. So you'll always have that dangle as part of the default. So you have to really fight and work and use sometimes braces to keep your arms up. I think I had a little bit more than I liked as it was healing. I sometimes will find a little bit of a drop because of that. It feels like it's fully extended, but isn't. And that's the way my nerves healed. Could have been a lot worse. Oh boy. Could have been I could still have it not working. It doesn't work right. It doesn't feel right at all. It all still feels bad, but it's gotten so much better. And I'm really rambly this morning. So thumbs up and thank you for coming along with me on this journey of exploration. It is greatly appreciated. Just being able to talk about things that don't matter is nice. Just so I can talk again. I withdraw and withdrew from most human contact, but just to make another wildly left turn here onto another subject, watching a video about autism again, and this person who is autistic talking about labels and how the actual labeling isn't anything, in the medical diagnoses field of, high level or low level. These are harmful labels. They use like level 1, level 2, and level 3 support needed. And if you're level 1, that's support needed. There's no talk of what, level of support or type of support. Is just some support is needed. When I was married to my wife, when she was alive, we were in a tight orbit around each other. I took care of her physically, and she did so much for me mentally until she, couldn't at times. It was just too exhausting trying to live and trying to be a therapist. But she provided me with that level of support. I could make phone calls for her and for me because I had that support. And with her gone, I don't have that, and it is so hard just to even make phone calls. Life is life. So, yay. But I just wanted to mention that because, hey, I'm learning things, and we all learn things all the time, and learning is good. Hopefully. No, learning is good. I'm just checking in on my list anymore at this distance to see about reading. One of the things I actually wanted to talk about is, even though I can't see all that well, I still do really, really, quote unquote, well in the retro classic boomer shooter games, because even though I can't really see what's happening when I'm playing them a lot of times, because of that, they're far enough away that I can't see the details thing. One of the things that they taught you back then is that even though there's environmental movement because of fire and barrels and such like that, or torches, and then other more higher functioning games had more interactivity with different types of movement, but all of them would teach you movement is dangerous. If you see something moving, you need to watch out and keep your eyes open, and because that's going to get you. It may not do it now, but it's trying to get in range to get you. And so they taught you quickly scan to see what is moving and what's environmental movement, so that as you're traveling, if you do see movement, or after you stop moving and then you see movement, that's why you know it's an issue. So even though I can just, see movement without a lot of detail, as I travel through one of these rooms, after I've stopped, that's when movement is danger sensors are most active. even if it's not a conscious thing, because you've scanned the room, you know where things are, you know where the environmental movement is, roughly. So now that you stop moving, if now that movement starts, the games have taught you that's bad. Movement is danger. So once you've stopped, once you've gotten that quick lay of the land where environmental movement is, once you've stopped and then you catch movement, you know it's not environmental movement. It's something coming to get you. So even though I can't see details, all I need to see is movement. Games will teach you that. Thumbs up. And I've opened up 24 hours worth of comments in my community tab, and I'm going to go through and thank 20 to 25 people for having left me a comment, or however many people have left comments. These days I'm hard pressed to even get 20, but that's okay. Any comments are appreciated. Thank you so very much. If I mispronounce a username, no disrespect is intended. I am an American English speaker, and even though I count American Sign Language, with my depression and fibro and all sorts of issues, I do have memory problems. But I'm better than I have been. I keep getting better, and thumbs up for that. Ice Damon, thumbs up and thank you. A Bizarre YouTuber, I like the name still, thumbs up. The Outsiders Post, greatly appreciated. Kurai Abernathy, I sure hope I'm close with the pronunciation, and thank you. Nicholas Fuentes, greatly appreciated. We have Q Woo, thumbs up, and I will do more, no fear. Ashton Polly, thumbs up and thank you. I'm tripping on 500 milligrams of DXM, oh my fucking god, with a very, very silly dad joke, thumbs up and thank you. The King of, thumbs up. The Last Day Breathing in Eternal Snow. I like that username. That's very grim. I like that. Bryson the Clickbaiter, thumbs up. We have Nelda Blanco, thumbs up and thank you. Santiago Manrique, thumbs up. We have the Pepper Challenger 2, greatly appreciated. We have It's Youngblood with X's instead of O's, I would imagine. Quickly looking at that. Jackson Pete, thumbs up and thank you. Hopefully I'm doing my numbers correctly here. Messy Makeout, thumbs up. We have Youssef Zubair. I sure hope I'm close. There's Black Scope. I think I may have skipped the number. I hope not, but thank you. We have Just Rob, thumbs up. There's Crystal Phillips, greatly appreciated, and that is it. I kind of lost track of how many I was counting, but however many that number was, thank you each and every one of you. You get me out of my head and into the world and dealing with real people, and it is appreciated to no end. And there's I don't know if it's a bird or an insect, or I have a bit of, there's a curtain rod above my window, and it will occasionally make clicking noises because of the fan movement. So that noise is annoying me, but if it's a bird, there's not much I can do, is there? Anyway, though, thank you each and every one of you. It is appreciated. If you could check out my various links down below. I have Twitter, Facebook, Patreon.com. If you could become a Patreon.com patron, like one of these beautiful and awesome people, that would be beautiful and awesome. And if you'd like to help me out without sending money through the patronage, I do have a PayPal link down below. And if you'd like to help me out without sending money at all, I do have an Amazon wishlist link as well with things like cat food on it. If you could check it out, that would be very, very cool. Do not feel obligated. I do not feel entitled. And if you cannot donate, or you simply do not donate, I take all good wishes and I deposit them in the bank of my heart, where I draw interest. So thank you very much. If you can toss me a like, I appreciate all the positive validation I get for my existence, a definite thumbs up, and of course, if you could hit the notification bell on the subscription button, that would be very cool. Thank you so very, very much. Definitely a thumbs up on that. Well, hokey smoke, sometime today I have an appointment with my med manager, so hopefully I'm going to med manage. Or, yeah, so thumbs up on that. Now, though, still, please, when it comes to the covfefe bug, if you can get vaxxed, please get vaxxed. Wear a mask, wash your hands, try not to touch your face, maintain your social distancing. Things are horrific, and they're not getting better. So be smart, be careful, be safe. So you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side. And that is, in my book, just to make fun of myself for having rental tongue syndrome. Thumbs up for that.